My name is Foxy P and I'm the founder and curator of the biggest African comedy tour in America, the African Princess of Comedy. The journey started back in 2014 when me and a bunch of comedians were just tired. We're tired of being treated like second-class comedians. It's only in comedy that you actually see people say, oh, this is an internet comedian and this is a real comedian. In music, nobody ever says that. There's no difference. So I said to myself, what would happen if we want to take that step away from being called social media comedians? What would happen if we actually go on stage and actually do a show where people can come see us? And that's how the African Princess of Comedy started. The first show was here in 2014 here in Maryland. I remember we had absolutely no money. For 3 months I didn't pay my mortgage because I was saving that money to be able to cover the expenses for the show. Remember when they said that we needed $2,000 to get a stage, to rent it for just that one night? I said, no, that's not going to happen. Went to Home Depot. We bought plywood and used intro tech skills and knocked that thing together and made our own stage. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we did that show. We're expecting about 200 people, ended up with over 600 people. Then from there we took our energy to Houston, Texas. The biggest ever African event that's ever been had in Houston. We did that. 1,600 people. Absolutely beautiful. From there we went all the way to New York City. You know what they say, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. Sold out event. People ask us, why are you doing an event on Sunday? We say, don't worry about it. You don't understand the prayers that have gone down. It's not for you to question, it's just for you to observe. And we went out there, we had an amazing show. Over 1,000 people came out on Sunday evening. I'm talking about in deep of the winter.
On October 25th, these group of African comedians took their craft from Instagram and brought it live on stage, bringing all their skits from Instagram to life. With stand-up comedy and live on stage skits, these young comedians have done it like no one before, selling out in New York City.
So I asked my comedians, I said, what would make you feel like you've actually arrived? And they said, the day that I actually get to perform in Hollywood. For a long time, we've been waiting for somebody to call us to come and say, come and be in Hollywood, come and do something. What would happen if we actually go out there and do our own events, do our own show? People told us that it was never going to happen. People will never come out for a full-blown African event without any big headliner that they know. And I said, don't worry about it. We believe in ourselves. The work ethic is off the chain. And to God's glory, went out there, had at least 800 people come out for that show. Absolutely wonderful.
For like you give me love, oh. Now you the catch my shot, oh. For your sake I go touch you. Hey. We go drive around.
And now we're going to Atlanta, the Black Mecca. And so I'm asking every single person who's watching this right now, even if you can't make it to that show, support the comedians. Go ahead and buy a ticket. And if you buy any ticket, please let me know and I'll make sure we donate that to somebody who may not be able to afford it. We have a lot of students and people whose pockets are like students that cannot pay that amount of money to come to the show. But I know you can do this for them. Go to apcatlanta.eventbrite.com to buy your tickets. Ticket sales end this Sunday, November 19th.